You know, one thing that we don't understand as Black Americans is that why everybody always talking about us, even when we're not in the room. We know the white supremacists talk about us like all day long. We get that. But there are some people in the diaspora at times that be talking about us because either they don't understand some things or they think they understand some things. Case in point, these, Black British, brothers on a podcast is going to be speaking about Black Americans. Now, I would say up front, this is not a representation of all Black British. There's some certified, definitely straight-laced people in the Black British community. So these guys do not represent the majority. They represent themselves. Let's go ahead and roll that.
They got white names, you know what I mean? Like, it'll be like something Thompson, you know what I mean? Yeah. You'll never see that in an African person. It'll be like Pascal, it'll be Hamada Gogo, it'll be, you know what I mean? Yeah. Kevin, da-da-da. Yeah. They're all, I remember, like, white people.
So something Williams.
Yeah, so.
White people. Nigga said that.
You know, one thing that I could not stand about the pandemic, let me tell you what. The pandemic got everybody and their mama out here podcasting. That was the biggest influx of people going to doing podcasts I've ever seen in my life. Prior to the pandemic, it wasn't like this at all. And so now you got a bunch of people who's got a microphone, and they really shouldn't be having a microphone. They should actually go work somewhere else. I prefer them to go take their ignorance, do it in music. At least everybody won't pay attention to it sometime. But for those people who don't have no kind of education, well, the reason why Black Americans have names like Thompson, Scott, Jones, Johnson, etc., is because our family members who were enslaved had to take on the names of the slave master. So if you went to the Jones plantation, all the slaves on the plantation, the last name was Jones. And whatever first name. Everybody remember the classic movie Roots. Well, Kunta Kinte, you say his name was Kunta Kinte, and they beat him for him to say his name was Toby. They stripped everything from Black folks, our religion, our languages, a lot of our cultural practices. They stripped that away. And we were socialized into European ideology, European religion, European everything. So you fast forward all the way to today. Black people in America still have those names. And yes, that is a conversation that I think we all should have in Black American society. Is that, hey, one of the best ways that we can actually separate ourselves from the white supremacists is to strip the last names away that we have. I think that's the conversation that we should have, because stripping the name away does not take away our citizenship or anything like that. The people in the Nation of Islam, they always change their names. They made, but they took on, what some people would say, more Islamic names. That's what they took on. But it is a conversation to have. And I remember one time I actually had that conversation with my mother a few years ago. And I said that, sometimes that bothers me. I said my name. I'll be honest with you, it bothers me. You say, well, I named you that. You named after your father. I said, yeah, I know, and I love my father to death. I say, but the last name part is what bothers me the most. I say, because understanding the history, there was a slave master, last name Scott. And we're still bearing the name of the white supremacist slave master, even to this day. I say, and that just bothers me. I say, because when I see other groups of people, they're not coming over here with the slave master's name. They're coming over with their own names. But like I said, that is a conversation for Black America to have, not other groups to be coming into that conversation because you didn't go through what we went through. So please, can you find something? Why don't y'all talk about this? Why did we flee from our countries? Why did we run? Why didn't we stay and fight? Now, that's a conversation that I would like to listen to. I want to hear why you don't want to go back to your homeland. I would love that conversation. That's something I want to hear. But the names, that's our conversation to have. Everybody always in Black American business. Please stay out of it.